It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And a guy that is often overlooked on this team is Julius Randle. Gives you a little bit of everything at his position. How do you view his development, Kenny, as a player?
Oh, he's a great passer for his size. You know, I haven't seen that many big guys who are able to play that fast and still read and react. Great, sees the game all around really well.
You know, I love his hustle. I love his attitude. You know, the way he brings these things to a one-on-one situation. Love this guy. You know, I'm a Laker guy, so really got to love the Lakers.
I thought you were a Heat guy.
I am. I'm
I
both.
thought you were a Celtic guy.
I thought you were a Cleveland guy.
I thought you were a
An
Cavs
Orlando
guy.
Magic guy and a Phoenix Suns guy.
Oh,
You're a man of the entire NBA.
That's right. Renaissance man.
And that does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the Lakers, they want to turn it around after the loss to Phoenix. And that one a tough loss, too. They ended down only 3 points.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition, and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the center position. Chandler outside. Just 4 to shoot. And he starts out with the miss in this one. Here are the Lakers with the ball. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, you can start to creep away off of certain people, but this is an early warning shot from him.
Now, here's Ball. 8 points his last outing. Nance passes to Lopez. Banked in off the glass. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Ball. No good off the front iron.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Harris kicks to Jokic. Lopez with the block.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Here's Ball. Here's Nance. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Both free throws good from Nance. Brent, as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster, and from that, a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket, that can lead to some great offensive success.
Now here's Millsap. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Murray, good.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ball kicks to Nance. Lopez sets a screen for Nance, and they call an illegal screen here.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be and gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Now here's Murray. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Shot off the pick. And the officials call a traveling violation. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Los Angeles.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
The Lakers in the lead. It's Ingram on the wing. Lopez outside. He can't hit that time. Good defense by Jokic. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Great concentration from Gary Harris. Without much effort, rises up and knocks down the pull-up J.
Here's Nance. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Millsap sets the pick for Murray. Inside. Got a piece of it. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Pass to Nance. Lopez a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. The putback. Chandler with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Here's Millsap. Pass to Jokic. The layup off target.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Fires from the wing. Murray, no good.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 17 points in his last outing. The dish now to Ball. To the middle. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Good defense by Jokic.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Outside for Millsap. Puts it up from 12. No good there. So the Lakers will take it the other way. To end the drought. Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
The Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. There's the pick. The pass to Harris. Jokic a screen. Kicks it to Millsap. It's stolen by Nance. Now Ball. It's Ingram on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Murray dishes to Millsap. And he banks in the layup. Millsap's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone. You watch Jokic out there, and you just marvel at the combination of his size and his soft hands and his ability to see the court. Very strong on offense from all spots on the floor, stretches you out, makes the mid-range jumper from time to time. But he's always moving to open space, and guys just seem to get energized when he has the ball because he's going to get it to him.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. On the wing, Chandler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. With Jokic, he seems to be the whole package in the offensive end. Brent, great footwork for his age, but the one area that needs to come along is his defense, many feel.
Well, Kevin, maybe defense and conditioning, but on offense, he has every tool that you'd want from a center. Actually, every tool you might want from a point guard. That's how good he sees the floor, and incredible to think of what the offense did and how it transitioned behind what Jokic is capable of doing on that end.
And the first one at the line is good. Brent, every team's looking for skilled bigs who can hit the three, defend the perimeter, pull out other bigs. At what point do we start seeing 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guards? I guess we're kind of getting a glimpse of that now.
Yes, with apologies to Magic Johnson and what he was able to do through his career with the Lakers. Those guys are all throughout the league already. I mean, we've already hit that mark, Kevin, where we're seeing some of these guys do extraordinary things in terms of their skill with the basketball in open space. Thank you, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram. I find it amazing, though, don't you?
I really do. And to say that the game is not better than it was, watching what these young players are capable of, and I'm just talking purely in terms of their skill. The game has come a long way. Happy to see it.
Now, here's Moutier. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Plumlee with the screen. The 9-foot shot. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Plumlee, and he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle, too.
Well, clearly a mistake by the defender. Plumlee's a big guy that you have to wrap up, but if you don't, he can get and ones. And you see Mason Plumlee and what he brings to the table right there. A very well-rounded big man, solid at putting the ball on the floor and creating some space, but perhaps his best attribute, and we saw this in Portland with his teammates Lillard and McCollum, playing on the top of the key and becoming a playmaker, a good passer up there, averaging about 4 assists a ball game.
A free throw off from Plumlee. And last season, Denver making the trade for Plumlee right at the deadline. Many felt they gave up a lot for him, but the team feels he's fit right in.
Having him and Jokic down there gives you an incredibly talented passing tandem of big men, where Plumlee can play along as the lone big man or sometimes complement what it is that Jokic can do. And he has great athletic ability down there. So we'll see how they maneuver him and what kind of minutes he's going to get for this ball club this year.
Here's Zubac. The Nuggets hitting the bucket. Back to Clarkson. There's a good screen. Kuzma passes to Clarkson. 5 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter. on the inside.
Screen by Fareed. There's the feed to Arthur. He dishes it to Plumlee. Fareed setting the pick for Plumlee. Back to Arthur. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 4. LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Hart. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Zubac. Again, the Lakers. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Barton dishes to Moutier. Plumlee with a screen on Clarkson. Here's Barton. Denver passing it around. Here's Arthur. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. All right, a chance to check out stats for Randall. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
And he makes the first.
And Kenneth Fareed, the Manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game, and see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league, but still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
Both free throws good from Fareed. For Fareed, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. That there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Fareed might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The Manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Feeds it to Arthur. Off with the layup.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Los Angeles is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Passes it to Kuzma. Dishes it to Randall. They set the pick. The 3-ball. Drains the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 5 now.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. And Fareed kicks to Barton. Back to Fareed. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Moutier. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Moutier. Clarkson passes to Hart. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. The Nuggets in second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Now here's Moutier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He feeds it to Plumlee. Screen by Fareed. Plumlee dishes to Barton. He kicks to Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. The Lakers with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Clarkson kicks to Randall. They set the pick to the inside. Zubac's no good. Denver in the lead. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barton passes to Moutier. Back to Barton. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Clarkson. Moutier, no good. Here's Hart. That shot missing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after 1.
The Lakers trail. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Randall. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5. Out to the wing. Here's Hart. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hart's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Lakers. Now here's Moutier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Barton throws it down.
Precision pass from Moutier to get his teammate a good look there.
LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Clarkson with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. Off the pick. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Clarkson's got 7.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
The Lakers in the lead. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots. And he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Arthur. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, Arthur usually on the outside finds his way inside and then handles himself down low.
Here's Hart. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Clarkson. Here's Zubac. The shot, no good. Plumlee with some nice D. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Moutier dishes to Fareed over Randall. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. The pick and roll takes great timing for both players and a feel for the game and what the defense is going to show. Brent, in your opinion, which tandems are the best at running it?
Well, I think Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams have really done a great job of establishing a great chemistry in the pick and roll. And it's interesting, Kevin, because as centers and point guards play together, the more games that they have, the more used to one another they are in terms of sometimes setting good hard screens and sometimes not really setting a screen at all, setting up the slip and creating opportunities that way. Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Chris Paul, insert player here. Pretty good combination.
Yeah, I like that. Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Murray. Nance sets a screen for Ingram. Down low, Nance with no one around. That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. And that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate and should dictate that you go to the inside. Tonight they didn't do it.
For Denver, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
And he makes the first. And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
And Harris drops them both. Here's Ball. He has 7. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Ingram. Nance a screen on Chandler. Here's Ingram. They grab their own miss. Nance. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Murray. Chandler right side. There's the pick. And it's Harris off the drive. Out to Chandler. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Chandler's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver. Lakers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Millsap against Nance. Lopez outside. Pass the ball. Lakers passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Lopez sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim. Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
And Nance kicks to Caldwell Pope. From short range. Lopez, no luck.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Here's Millsap. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers trail by 6. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And the Lakers with another miss. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 14-6 run. He gets it in there. 6 points for Millsap.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Caldwell Pope outside. Lopez a screen. Ball with a wide open look. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Murray with it. The dish to Harris. Millsap a screen on Nance. Harris kicks to Millsap. The tray. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. Hits the three-point bomb.
In this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
And here is Murray. Following the three from Brook Lopez, he got right to the cup using that screen. Chandler's got 6 in the quarter.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Now here's Ball. He's got 7, and it's sent back by Jokic. And here's Millsap. On the wing, Harris. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. Nance a screen on Harris. To the right side. Here's Ball.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
It's stolen by Nance. Down low. Rejected by Harris.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Nuggets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Free throw, good. Jokic. Well, Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position, but he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Lonzo Ball, number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
So it's the Lakers now. It's a 10-point game. There's the pass to Ingram. The shot, no good. Nice D from Chandler. The Nuggets shooting reasonably well, 45%. On the wing, Harris. Over Caldwell Pope. Harris misses. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Ball kicks to Ingram. Ingram setting a pick for Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Nance a screen on Millsap. Off the screen. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And that's now 9 points for Lonzo Ball.
And Ball is a gifted shooter. Someone that excels at scoring the ball even when the coverage is tight.
Harris kicks to Jokic. Jokic a screen. And Chandler, here we go. Rebound the Lakers. Nance has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Ball, no good.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Chandler with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Millsap passes to Murray. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Caldwell Pope's got his first 3 points of the game. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Barton dishes to Fareed. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Here's Kuzma. 8 points his last outing. Passes to Zubac. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
And here are the Nuggets now. After the basket by the Lakers. Arthur passes to Fareed. They set the pick. Barton outside. And another miss by Denver. Lakers trail by 3. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. No good. That would have tied it.
You can tell just by looking at his body language that he didn't want to take that shot, although the defense was more than willing to let him attempt it.
Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Now Clarkson, 9 points in the game so far. 1:12 left in the first half. Goes back up. Got a hand on it.
You cannot tread lightly with Darrell Arthur lurking inside. He returns that one.
Moutier dishes to Barton. Barton missing again. Los Angeles has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Hart the pass to Kuzma. Kicks it to Clarkson. Over Moutier. Hits the front of the rim and out.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Now here's Barton. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Leans inside. No good that time. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Denver on top, leading by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket, man. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Looking at Denver, Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Get the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Here's Ball. So on the floor for Denver. Murray and Harris in the backcourt. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Nance a screen. Now here's Ball. Guarded close. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic. Well, you've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else on...
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here, Brent. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. Brent, the Nuggets team, a very good group when it comes to rebounding.
Well, they don't have a team that's really much bigger than the opponents that they play with, but they stay very active, and they don't seem to give up on a lot of plays. Actually, last season, they got about 30% of all their missed shots back, so their damage was done on the offensive end. Defensively, you'll want to get a stop by ending it with a rebound. That's where their focus needs to be this year.
Ball kicks to Nance. There's a screen. The feed to Ball. Nance a screen. Ingram buries the long-range jumper. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up, or he's gonna make you pay.
Now, here's Jokic. Chandler a screen. Murray with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Millsap. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Millsap's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Caldwell Pope against Harris. Lopez a screen. Nice D from Chandler. The Nuggets leading by 3. Out to the wing. Here's Murray. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Millsap sets the pick for Murray. He dishes it to Millsap. It's tipped and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Lakers. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Lakers, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Murray. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 7. Ball kicks to Nance. There's a screen. Feeds it to Ingram. Off the pick. And he hits the jumper for 2. Ingram's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
Now here's Murray. He's got 6. Jokic passes to Chandler. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Chandler's got 10 points.
Well, the defense does not appear to be playing together out there right now. Lots of bad reach-ins and not enough getting in front of the man to stop the penetration.
Ingram kicks to Lopez. Fires for 3. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nuggets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And the basket by Harris.
Well, that bucket from Harris was all about perseverance. He takes his time and uses what he has of those muscles and puts it on the defense.
Now here's Nance. He has 7. Nance a screen. Here's Ball. No good on the 3.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Harris. 6 points for him. And it's good for 2. And now it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Ball kicks to Nance. Lopez dishes the ball. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And the focus there, when Ball is close to the rim, he's really good at getting good shots up and over the defense.
Now here's Millsap. He's got 8. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Nance gets the rebound.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Dishes to Ingram. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Millsap against Nance. Pass to Murray. Here's Millsap, drilled from 11 feet out. Millsap's got 4 this quarter. Brent, what a career for Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star.
Well, the 47th pick in the 2006 draft out of Louisiana Tech. He was not the most heralded player, certainly, but as he reached his 30s, the guy has played in 4 consecutive All-Star games. An amazing story in the league.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Caldwell Pope. They get it back. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, and that quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness. And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
That free throw, no good. Now with Caldwell Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg, he usually drives the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down during the game. All around fantastic defensively.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Here's Moutier, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
I think it's safe to say that the Emmanuel Moutier experiment still continues. Great athleticism for a point guard, plays with great power as a point guard. The decision making and the shot selection are the things that a lot of scouts, coaches, and teammates want him to get better at, and no doubt he does too.
First free throw is good. Moutier, through his first few seasons in the league, struggling from the floor. Brent shooting well under 40% every year.
Well, the further he gets away from the rim, the tougher it is for Moutier to find scoring. So a lot of defenders find themselves backing up and challenging Emmanuel Moutier to make shots over the top. Got to put a lot of work in to become more consistent as an outside threat.
And he makes both free throws. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But
you I can see you shaking your head, and you kind of laughed at it.
Yeah, I just can't see it happening.
The game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh? Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. Los Angeles calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Hart, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Picked by Randall. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Shoots over Barton. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Arthur. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he can't get the first one.
Well, in the history of the Nuggets, they've had some great stars. Guys like Dan Issel, Alex English, and certainly Carmelo Anthony during his time in Denver. But Jokic looks to be that guy for this generation.
Zubac is checked in for the Lakers. And he sinks the second. And this Nuggets team clearly sees that their future is going to be built around Jokic.
What an incredible season last year. I don't think people realize just how special the offensive season that Jokic had for Denver was last year. And he's right up there in the top 5 in terms of his offensive production. They'll need to add some defenders around them, but they have certainly shifted the offense around the incredibly talented passing big man in Jokic.
Here's Clarkson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. And the pass to Hart. Back to Clarkson. And it's Denver with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Back to Arthur. Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Hart. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. There's the screen. Now, here's Clarkson, defended by Moutier. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Zubac has got 8 points.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Now, here's Barton. He's guarded closely. Here's Fareed. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. He feeds it to Clarkson. From deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. 10 points for him. And so here's Denver. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Barton kicks to Moutier. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The dish to Clarkson. Over in the corner, Randall. Hart the pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively. And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
On the free throw, no good. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Pulls up on the wing, and with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Kuzma. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Now, here's Moutier. He's covered by Clarkson. And finished off by Fareed.
Just a phenomenal effort from Fareed to absorb the hit and still get it over the defense. He just does a fantastic job of controlling his body.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Now here's Randall. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
One shot.
A free throw good for Moutier. There are a fair amount of explosive point guards in the league, and Moutier is right up there with the best of them. Brent, the way he can just blow by a guy and rise up is incredible for a guard his size.
Yeah, Moutier can cover a lot of space with just one dribble, so take up the ground that's being offered up to you by your defender. It's just tough to remain consistent with that kind of shot attempt night after night over the top of defender and with contact. We'll see as he progresses how that goes.
Now here's Plumlee. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. 10 points for Will Barton.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Passes it to Hart. Pick by Randall. They set the pick to stop the run. Denver grabs the miss. Arthur's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Barton. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Lakers trail by 13. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. The Nuggets leading by 13. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target at the rim.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nuggets lead by 13. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Let's build on it. Let's build on that quarter. No let up. Great defense, okay? That's who we are.
Mike Malone citing the terrific D, wanting his guys to stay in character and keep pressing.
Yeah, they're feeling their oats right now. Can they take it up, though, another level? Let's find out.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Ball and Clarkson team up together in the backcourt. Ingram and Nance are your small and power forwards. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Ball. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Nance a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray. Well, it seemed like destiny. The Lonzo Ball would end up with the Lakers. He found his way to the team he grew up watching.
You know, and rarely do you see a team and player be such a perfect fit. But that's the case here. And the pressure will be on Lonzo to succeed in L.A., put a lot of faith in getting to the Lakers. And remember, he turned down workouts from every other team because he wanted to wear that Laker uniform.
That free throw, no good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow-through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
And the Lakers with possession here. Denver getting their last shot to go. Over in the corner, Zubats. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Lopez, he's checked in for Zubats. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And Nance kicks to Lopez. 5 on the clock, off the pick. And Nance with the lay-in.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. Millsap. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Well, right now, Millsap is the guy you need to feed. He's knocking down everything out there.
Ball with it. He kicks it to Ingram. Lopez, a screen on Chandler. Here's Ingram. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Mike Malone, who is known for his defense, dealing with a team, Brent, that really lacks a defensive bite at times. It's something that he's trying to change in terms of culture.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's a bit of a nibble right now in Denver. But you look at Mike Malone's past and all the other stops where his defensive teams have improved throughout the years. So it's a bumpy ride with Denver. A lot of young players who he has to make sure realize the importance of the defensive end of the floor.
And he makes the first.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
He's off on the second.
Last season was just so huge for Wilson Chandler. So many people rooting for him after missing the entire 2016 NBA season and came back to have a very strong year. Averaged 15 points, shot about 46% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and at times was the best offensive force that his team had to offer.
For Chandler, his absence was felt when he sat out all of 2016. Brent, he's a player who can, as you've said, give a team so much versatility with his skill set and ability to fill positions.
Well, he acts as a jack of all trades for any ball club that he's playing for, and you can play him basically from the 2 to the 4 spot, and he can make tons of contributions to you offensively.
That's good from Ball.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
And the basket by Harris.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Lopez a screen on Chandler. Step back shot, and that one good. And it's 8 points for Brandon Ingram.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Murray kicks to Chandler. To the middle. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, Jokic is simply outworking the defense right now around the basket.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Kicks to Nance. The wide open look here for Lopez. Jokic grabs the miss.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see them. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily he bricked the mid-range.
The feed to Chandler. There's the three. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Lakers trail by 16. Caldwell Pope passes to Nance. Nance a screen. Ball. And again, no good by the Lakers. Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And that one's good. Millsap.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Off target from three-point range.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. Rebound the Lakers. Nance has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Ingram kicks the ball. Nance a screen. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Ball.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Harris outside. Jokic inside. Lopez covering. Murray kicks to Chandler. And it's sent back by Lopez. And they get it back. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for our defense.
Both good from the line that time.
I think what I appreciate about Jokic is the hard work that he continues to put in. Not only what he wants to do, but what his brothers want him to do. And that's not waste this opportunity to become the best player he can be.
Now here's ball. Lopez a screen. And here is ball. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Murray. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And Jokic slams it in.
Man, when he gets a few to go, Jokic just gets into the zone. He's a talented big man who can score from anywhere.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Ingram. Nance a screen. Ingram passes to Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Jokic, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely. You can blame some poor defense on that play, just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Trust me, Jokic feels very comfortable from that range there. His offensive IQ off the charts.
Lakers trail by 16. Ball dishes to Nance. To the paint, here's Lopez. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, no defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Now Murray. Pass to Jokic. Over Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Lopez. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Lakers making a change here. Randall's checked in.
Two shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Both good from the line that time.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. From downtown, and another 3 for the Lakers.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Millsap in the corner. Chandler outside. Harris kicks to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Ingram with the steal. Fast break, the Lakers. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact. And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. And Greg, Caldwell-Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell-Pope so late in free agency.
And he sinks the second.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here is Harris. Here's Millsap. And again, Denver no good. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Denver leading by 11. Now here is Harris. Millsap a screen. Harris passes to Murray. Back to Harris. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
You love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second. Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
One shot.
And that one misses. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. And the Lakers call time here. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Murray dishes to Harris. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Inside, Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here is Los Angeles now, down by 15. Now here's ball. Defense is right there. Ingram with it. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Kept alive.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Now here is Harris. Here's Murray. It's Jokic top of the key. Over Nance. Jokic, no good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence.
Okay.
That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And Ball sets up his teammates. And when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now here's Murray. Jokic a screen. In the corner, it's Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Randall grabs the board.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
It's good.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Here's Murray. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Millsap kicks to Chandler. Harris passes to Chandler. And another miss by Denver.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For 3, Harris. Harris missing again.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
Well, you'd like to have a rewind button and get a couple plays back, but impossible at this point. Need better execution at times.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He gets the first, and that brings them to within 10. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And here's Barton. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much with Kenneth Fareed. What was the key tonight?
Just keep attacking, keep playing strong, and you know, my teammates that believe in me, just relock in and get focused and play my game.
Great team win tonight, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.